The Pyramid Head can now be found in a wide variety of games and has over time become Konami's iconic cult figure. In most games, Pyramid Head is portrayed as an antagonist, and in Silent Hill 2, he is also out to get you. But what if I told you now that Pyramid Head is actually the good guy in Silent Hill 2? In this video we're going to uncover today why Pyramid Head, he is actually the good guy in this tale, and I assume you have already seen my last Silent Hill 2 story video, so at least you already know the main part of Silent Hill 2's narrative. If you haven't seen it yet, I would definitely recommend that you go and watch that video first. Before we get started, I would of course be absolutely thrilled if you smash the like button. If you end up enjoying this video, it's also important to mention that Pyramid Head really only has a proper story in Silent Hill 2. That's why in this video we'll be focusing solely on Silent Hill 2. As you've already learned from my previous videos, the town of Silent Hill looks different for everyone. For little Laura, for example, there are no monsters here at all. And in Angela's version of Silent Hill, it doesn't look as rusty and destroyed as it does from James's perspective. So Silent Hill is a kind of world of thoughts and a journey through James's subconscious. This means that all the enemies, except for Angela's father, are manifestations from James's mind, with most regular enemies reflecting sexual desires from James's subconscious. That's why we encounter enemies like a sexy nurse or two lower bodies sewn together. While the regular enemies reflect James's desires, Pyramid Head has a completely different symbolism. Pyramid Head represents the guilt that James carries within himself. It's basically James's guilty conscience. That's also why Pyramid Head isn't female, because Pyramid Head also stands for the fear that James, he tries to suppress this emotion, a deep-seated fear that he actually already felt long before James killed Mary. Which also explains the specific nature of Pyramid Head's appearance. Pyramid Head's appearance, after all, is not shaped like all the other enemies he encounters. That comes from James's subconscious. Pyramid Head actually existed in reality, and he is a real memory from James's life. This memory goes back to the vacation with Mary at the Lakeview Hotel. As Mary already emphasized, Silent Hill was once a very religious and cult-like place. During their vacation, James and Mary not only explore the town but also visit the historical society, which provides more information about the background of the place. In the past, Silent Hill was also referred to as the place of executioners, since many executioner families actually lived in Silent Hill. The executioners of Silent Hill gradually founded a cult and united the traditions of the executioner families. It was also the members of this cult who first used the iconic pyramid masks, which were required to be worn during their ceremonies. The masks were meant to prevent the executioners from directly witnessing the moment when their spear pierced the victim's flesh. The story that James and Mary learn here about Silent Hill frightens them, and James internalizes this deep-seated fear as a memory of the cult with the pyramid masks. As we delve deeper into James's mind and explore the town of Silent Hill, we gradually begin to realize that James wants to completely suppress and bury his greatest fear, the truth about Mary, as well as his own conscience. At first he succeeds in doing so, which is why we only encounter Pyramid Head later in the game. The guilt that James struggles to deeply suppress then eventually manifests itself as Pyramid Head, as we gradually uncover more and more of James's story. When we first encounter Pyramid Head and already understand the story, we quickly realize that he is trying to draw our attention. Actually, he doesn't want anything evil, on the contrary. He even clears the enemies out of our way, enemies that represent James's sexual desires. Thus, he wants to guide James onto the true path to discover the truth about himself. He then opens up a new path for us, one that leads deeper into James's subconscious. In fact, he doesn't actually want to kill James, but rather bring him closer to the truth. Of course, you can still die in the fight, but that's simply part of the game mechanics. Even during the second encounter with Pyramid Head, we can see how he tries to lock James's desires away in cages. After we have fought James's inner fear in the form of Pyramid Head, he opens up another path for us, deeper into James's world of thoughts. Here, he clearly wants to keep us away from James's desires. Of course, the greatest temptation for James is Maria. Maria is James's deepest fantasy of the perfect woman. And so it's only understandable that Pyramid Head is also after Maria. So, in the next scene, Pyramid Head pursues not James, but actually only Maria, whom he then kills for the first time. Not James, but actually only Maria, whom he then kills for the first time. He does this specifically to keep James away from Maria, so that James can refocus his attention on discovering the hidden truth about himself. Here we can already clearly see that Pyramid Head actually wants to help James, even if James doesn't perceive it that way at first. As we continue to explore James's complex psychological landscape and get closer and closer to the truth but are still preoccupied with Maria, Pyramid Head kills Maria again, to make it absolutely and undeniably clear to us that Maria is not what James truly wants. Here we also see for the first time two pyramid heads, which symbolically represent the ever-increasing weight of guilt within James, the closer he finally gets to the ultimate revelation, comes to the truth about himself. James is gradually starting to understand the disturbing manifestations of Pyramid Head which are taking place in his subconscious. He now knows that Pyramid Head actually guided him toward the correct path to uncovering the truth about Mary's murder. When he finally understands what truth he has actually been deeply burying and suppressing, James says the following: "I know what you are. Finally come to understand the exact reasons why I once felt I needed you so desperately in my life, but that time has officially come to an end. It is all over now, and I have reached a point where I realize that I simply do not need you anymore for anything at all. Any longer than this at all." Right at this very moment, James knows precisely what he has done to Mary, and Pyramid Head has relentlessly supported him on his journey to uncover the dark and painful truth. From the very beginning, he tried to guide James onto the right path. Although James associates Pyramid Head with his inner fears, he also represents the conscience that keeps catching up with James and tries to keep him away from his desires. In this sense, Pyramid Head should actually be seen as the good, because without him, James would never have found the right path and might have succumbed to his desires. It was precisely his desires embodied by Maria that repeatedly hindered and distracted James on his journey toward the truth. If you still feel like delving deeper into the lore and the story of Silent Hill 2, then you should most certainly take a look at the following video. Watch it. There you'll find out even more about the characters of Silent Hill 2. And of course, I'd be happy if you give this video a thumbs up. There are also lots of stories and Easter eggs on the channel, so it's always worth tuning in from time to time. And I'd be happy if we meet again next time. Take care, adios, and ciao ciao.